I was in labor for 30 hours. And it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And it was an experience that I would never forget. And it was really hard, really hard. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today, I have the labor and delivery video. Yay to not being pregnant anymore. As you can see, not pregnant anymore. So let's talk about how it went. So I went into labor at 39 weeks and 3 days. My contractions started January 8th from 9 a.m., but they weren't as strong. I didn't know I was having contractions. I just thought my back was hurting because I was laying down, and I just had woken up and I just thought my back was hurting. And I'm like, let me just go to the bathroom. Well, before that, I put a pillow under my back and the pain still kept going on. I'm like, this is not back pain, this is something different. And I went to the bathroom, and then when I go to the bathroom, I wipe, and it just so happens I'm bleeding. Like, not like bright red, but like pink. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So the pain are probably contractions, and this is probably the rest of my mucus plug coming out or whatever it is. I started to time my contractions, and they were from about 4 to 5 minutes, sometimes 4 to 6 minutes. And then I just took a shower, I just started getting myself ready. But then once 1 o'clock hit, the contractions just went from 3 minutes to 5 minutes. So I never experienced a 10-minute contractions, none of that. And I was timing them for a very long time. And I didn't go to the doctor until like 2:30, I think I got there. Just because I wanted to see, because they say once your contractions are from 3 minutes to 5 minutes, go to the hospital, you know. So that's what I did. I went to the hospital, and the doctor just said I was 1.5 centimeters dilated. Oh my God. I wonder why. Look, it just, because it slowly goes down, you know. After seeing my contraction, I'm only 1.5 centimeters dilated. And I've been feeling contractions for the past 5 hours. And they're getting stronger and stronger each time. And I don't know how I'm going to do this without any medication. Why are you laughing, you know?
I wasn't laughing.
Yeah, you were just laughing at me.
Okay.
And these are just the little ones now, apparently. Which I'm wondering how the big ones, like the strong contractions, are going to feel. Oh my God. Just kept coming and coming and coming. And I'm like, oh my God, I need my water to break. And I kept wondering, what if I'm more dilated? Should I just go to the hospital? My mom made me a hot bath in the tub. So I did that, and I relieved some of my pain, but I also didn't want to stay in the tub for too long, because what if my water broke in the tub? How was I supposed to know? So I only went in there twice when the pain got really, really bad. And it just kept going on and on. And then once it got around 11 o'clock, like I was going crazy. Like I was crying, like it was getting really, really bad. I just didn't know what to do. And at this point, I'm like, I might be dilated. Because she said something about if I'm 6 centimeters dilated, that's when she can keep me in the hospital. I just didn't know if I was even dilated to that point. That's when it got really even worse. And I was like, I can't take it anymore. And that was around like 12:45. I decided, I don't care. I'm going to the hospital. I don't care. I just want to see the doctor and them telling me how dilated I am, just so I know. Once I do that, like I went to my boyfriend, woke him up, I'm like, we gotta go. Like, so we went to the car and we started driving stuff in. So then we get to the hospital door, and then I'm like, I have to go pee really bad. So I went to the emergency room, because the emergency room, their doors were open, and then the childbirth part isn't open. Like you have to press a button. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go to the emergency room bathroom and just use their bathroom. So I'm going there, and I'm like, oh, I really have to pee. I saw pee on my pants, and I'm like, oh snap, I peed myself. I'm like, let me make sure I pee myself. I smell it. Okay, it was pee. So then I went to pee, and when I got up, then boom, my water broke. So when they say, you know, your water breaks, you do know. Mine was not trickling. Mine was just like, the water came out, and then it started trickling like each time I would take a step. And I'm like, oh snap, my water broke. And the reason why I knew my water broke is because they told me it would either come out clear or green. And if it comes out green, that means the baby passed meconium, which means the baby pooped inside of me pretty much. And mine was green. So I'm like, all right, this is my water breaking. Now I can stay in hospital. So I was so happy, but so nervous. I hear my boyfriend out there and I'm like calling his name. I'm like, hey, my water just broke and stuff. And I try to open the door and I try cleaning myself up, but more water keeps coming down my legs, like more of the green liquid. He tells the person, hey, can you take her to childbirth? And they put me in a wheelchair. Just feeling contractions still in that. And I'm like, oh snap, it's happening. I'm gonna have the baby tonight. We go up there, they check me and everything, and I'm only 2 centimeters dilated. This is my face. Are you serious? I was so upset. Like, I was happy because my water broke, but then I started thinking about, what if my water hadn't broke? Like, what if my water didn't break? And I went up there, and they're like, you're only 2 centimeters dilated. And then I would have to go back home. 2 a.m. and they're asking me, did I want morphine? And I was all about not doing drugs or anything to relieve my pain, because I wanted to feel how it really feels to be in labor. And I just asked my boyfriend, like, hey, should I? And he was like, you should, you need to sleep, you need energy for you to actually deliver the baby. So I was like, okay. But I was all about not doing drugs and stuff, but that helped me out. And it was only gonna be for 4 hours too. So I was like, all right, maybe I can fall asleep 4 hours. I was feeling the pressure down there still, like the contraction wasn't as harsh. I was still feeling it. So then I just fell asleep. It's like 6 a.m. now, and I woke up, obviously, because the morphine went away. So I felt the contractions again. And they weren't as bad because I feel because I had energy, I could take them on. The contractions were getting so bad, and I asked for morphine again, and I got it, and it didn't do anything. So I think it was really early in the morning. I think it was around like 10, I think, or 9. They put me on Pitocin because I guess since I wasn't dilating, they were trying to make my contractions hard, like more intense. So they were doing level 1 every 30 minutes. They were putting up a level until my contractions were only like 2 to 3 minutes, like strictly consistently only 2 to 3 minutes. In so much pain, like so much pain. Like I don't even know how to explain how much pain I was in. And it was just happening now every 2 minutes. So I went to the doctor, like to my nurse, and I'm like, okay, can you move the level up? Just because I wanted to dilate faster. Like I wanted things to go because it's been too many hours. I've been in early labor or labor, whatever. And she said, I can't because you're having contractions every 2 minutes now. So you're good. I have to keep you on that. And I'm like, I am feeling a lot of pain and the morphine's not working. And I was like kind of like almost crying to her. I feel like I want to cry right now because it was just so much pain. And it was very emotional. At that point, it's like when it got really bad, I started screaming, and by screaming, I don't mean like screaming on top of my lungs. It was kind of like I felt like I was dying, and I didn't want the epidural. Like I really didn't want it. And the actual doctor who was going to deliver me was like, did you want the epidural? And I'm like, I don't want it. Like I yelled at her. I'm like, I don't want it. I said I didn't want it. Because they ask you, why don't you want it? What's wrong? And I said, I just didn't want it. And at that point, I think I was only 4 centimeters at that point. And I was so mad. I started cursing. I was so mad. And I don't think the doctor really wanted to talk to me because I was being like kind of rude in a way. And I just didn't know what to do. I'm like, I can't do, like, if this is how many hours passed by for me to go up to 4 centimeters, I just did not even know what to do at this point. And I went to go take a shower because they said showers, warm, hot showers help out the pain. I went to go take a shower. My boyfriend went with me, and I just started crying because, yes, the water helped, but the pain was just too much. Mind you, I'm still in Pitocin. Like, they cranked up my contractions, so it wasn't like I was feeling the day before, and the day before was really bad already. And so imagine being on Pitocin and you're not dilating, and it was just like my brain, I felt like I just didn't know what to do. And so then my boyfriend is like holding my hand and everything while I'm in the shower, and I'm just screaming and crying. And I'm like, go get the doctor, go tell her to order the epidural. I need it. Like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't. I need this baby out. Like, I need to feel calm. The epidural wasn't coming right away, so I thought it was going to be right away. And it wasn't right away. 10 minutes had passed, and I'm like, where is the epidural? Because in 10 minutes, I already had 5 contractions. I'm going like crazy at this point. So I'm like, where is the doctor? Where is the epidural? Like, where is it? And then I just kept yelling. And my nurse was such a sweetheart. Like, she was so nice to me. And my mom, I didn't notice, my mom said that the nurse seemed like she wanted to cry with me. Because my mom said, like, her eyes were watering, the nurse's eyes. And she was just like an angel to me, honestly. So, like, to her was like the only person I was talking nice to. Because she was calming me down. And in a way, not like I was yelling at her, but I was kind of shouting, like, in a nice way. I tried to, because I wanted to be really nice to her. Because she was really nice to me. She made me feel really comfortable, and she made my experience really good. I just really cried. It was like 20 minutes that passed by. I'm like, where is it? It's been a long time. Like, I can't do this anymore. And she just kept saying, I'm sorry. I don't, that she's giving, I guess, like the doctor, or she's using it with someone else right now. And I'm like, this is a freaking hospital. How is there really like one person doing this at? But like, I'm just like, I just couldn't do it. I'm not sure if it was before the epidural or during the epidural. I was like not passing out, but like I kept like, my boyfriend kept like, I guess, waking me up. He kept saying that I would like close my eyes and have my mouth open, and it kind of seemed like I wasn't breathing, he said. And so he kept doing that. He kept telling the doctor, like the nurse, like what's going on with her and stuff. Like, it was just, it got really bad. And then when the lady does come for the epidural, like my mom leaves and my sister leaves and my boyfriend stays, and I'm like ready, because it's happening every 2 minutes, and they said it can't put the needle in if I'm having a contraction. So imagine that having it every 2 minutes. That they set me down and everything on the tape, like on the bed, and I had to be like this and shoulders over and kind of arch my back in a way also, and I was in the right spot and everything. And she just said, like, okay, you know, I'm gonna put it in, it's gonna hurt. They put the shot in, and I did not feel it. At some point I wasn't feeling anything. I was calm. I stayed quiet. Doctor comes and she's like, okay, I'm gonna check you. And they check me, and at this point it's a change of nurses and everything, and doctor, whatever, everything changes. And she checks me, she's like, okay, you're fully dilated, you're 10. And I'm like, what? And she said, whenever you have the urge to go poop, like how the feelings go and poop, let me know, we're gonna start pushing. And I'm like, I've had the urge to go poop. So we started practicing how to push, and then after the first 2 practices, she's like, okay, I'm gonna call the doctor, because I guess I am ready to push. Like, I was ready, and I just didn't know. So I don't know how many pushes we did. It wasn't a lot of pushes. It was really easy for me. Like, the actual pushing part was not hard at all for me, obviously, because I couldn't feel anything. I just kept pushing and pushing, and then they showed me a mirror so I could see how the baby's head looked and everything. So I could see his hair, and it was green, like everything was green, obviously, because he did poop. And at that point I did 5 good pushes, pushed him out. He came out, they put him on me. I was crying my eyes out. I was like a 30-hour labor. It was like 30 to 32 hours. And my baby was born at 9:34 on January 9th. And I was so happy because it was all over. My baby weighs 7.5 pounds. Currently, he weighs 8 pounds now, because he gained weight. But he was 20 inches and a half. And I'm probably gonna show a picture right after this so you guys can see my little guy. And his name is Jonas Alexander. Yep, that was my labor and delivery story. But I hope you guys liked my video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and comment if you relate to my story or have a different type of labor story. I like to read about it. I like seeing things like that. So yeah, hope you guys liked, and yeah, meet my little guy. Is he supposed to be like that?
Mm-hmm.
Are all babies hairy like that?
I think so, actually.
Like their body?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They said that in the first couple of days, I'm pretty sure.
Cuando abren los ojos. No quiere foto.